We're at the Henderson County Detention Center again, and I'll tell you why. They've put up several different signs. I'll show them in the video since I was here doing my First Amendment audit through their parking lot. So now the sign says, if you read, you're entering a detention facility, blah, blah, blah. Upon passing the sign, your person, vehicle, and property shall be subject to search. This is to include search by a narcotics canine. I don't care, I don't use drugs anyway, but the introduction of any quantity of alcoholic beverages, dangerous drugs, marijuana, controlled substances, weapons, unauthorized recording devices, any object that may be used to do bodily harm or facilitate an escape is strictly forbidden. Any visitor who knowingly introduces contraband into or on the premises, before it didn't say, but anyway, you'll see the sign, shall be prosecuted pursuant to KRS 520.050 and 520.060. Now, they have a sign here, and they have one or two further up. So basically all they're trying to do is restrict lawful, honest people. They're not restricting anybody who's here to do any harm, facilitate an escape, injure any deputy jackasses, I mean deputy jailers. I mean, they're not here to, and no offense to the good deputy jailers who just do their job and go home, but some of the fuckheads here, they need kicked in the balls. Anyway, they're not doing anything. So I thought I would point this out. But it says here, upon passing this sign. And I'm not going to pass their sign. You know, I just came out to kind of, because I come out here every once in a while and I go to the different places I've been, just to kind of do a follow-up, to check to see what new signage they put up, what they try to restrict. Park where I'm parked now, which is on the road, so that I'm not on their property. And again, there's the sign, and I'm not going past it. If what they're concerned about is what the sign allegedly, you know, or what the sign references as alleged concerns, I mean, they're not doing anything. This isn't helping. This, again, it's another false sense of security. Then further in, they put one of these up. But they don't put it, they put it there, but not there. So technically, I guess if you came in and took a left and didn't go past that sign or straight down that access way, then you would have an argument of, well, it wasn't posted over here. I thought I couldn't go straight down that way. Some things are questionable. It's just how it is. Some things are black and white, you know, cut and dry, and some things are not black and white or cut and dry. So I just like to come out and do follow-ups. I mean, they're not really protecting anything. Don't mess with Texas. And if you look at this sign right here, it says don't pass this sign. Well, I'm not passing the sign, so I'm in abidance with the law. Upon passing this sign, I think it would be hard to argue by them that I was on their property in any way when I'm outside of this sign. Got one gentleman out here having a smoke. Keeping to himself over there, enjoying his cigarette. I'm keeping to myself, enjoying my First and Second Amendment right. You have a good evening now. I mean, I guess they're trying. I guess they really think they're gonna secure this from, but they're really only securing it just like Henderson Police Department's ridiculous wire. I'm sorry, I can't go. Wire and you know, I guess maybe future fence. Maybe it's an outline for where they're gonna put the fence. But just like that, they're only protecting themselves from law-abiding citizens. Looks like we're coming out for some smokes. Not seeing any let's see if they come over. Oh, that guy's going that way. Oh, that's good. That's good. They're minding their own business, going about their own business. Some activity, but no contact. Looks like we have one leaving. And one walking this way. Let's see if she makes contact. She sure is heading this way, isn't she?
It's okay.
Who are you? Since you made contact, what's your name and badge number? Can you not shine your light in my camera?
Well, shine a light at me, I can't see you.
It's just a normal light.
Well, you're under normal light, I can't see who you are.
Okay. Well, apparently you could because you said my name, didn't you?
I know who you are because you know who you are.
Well, then you know who I am. Did you hear that? He said he doesn't know who I am because of my light, but he said my name. And then when I said, but you said my name, he said, but I know who you are because of what you do. Well, then he just admitted he did know who I was. So his light was unnecessary. Could have asked me nicely, I'd have turned my light down. Wouldn't have had any problem doing that. I believe I know him. I believe I've talked to him before. I'm not 100% though. I couldn't hear what his name and badge number was. Hopefully the camera picked it up. I'm gonna go get my phone out of my car, because if they start doing stupid shit, I'm going live. Officer, do you have a card? Can you give me your name and badge number again? I couldn't hear you. I said, can you give me your name and badge number again? Not for... We might have another one coming down the road here. Yep, I believe we do. Looks like he called for backup. So he's down there watching me. Well, let's walk up this way, see if we can figure out who he is. We'll get his vehicle number. I want to get his vehicle number. .347. And again, you can see this sign right here. It says, upon passing this sign. Well, that creates an imaginary line straight down that way. I'm not passing the sign for the ridiculousness. How you doing tonight, officer?
How you doing, sir?
I assume you're recording?
I'm trying to. My thing's not working.
Well, I'm recording. Would you like a copy of mine? Upon passing this sign. Now, you see where that sign is?
Yes, sir.
There's a line. I have not passed that sign. I've been recording the whole time.
I understand.
Okay, well, I know. I just want to make it clear, just in case. I mean, I'm trying not to blind you with this light.
Well, I guess Officer Denton was talking to them. They didn't like what he was telling them, so they called me, or he called me to come down here. Not to address you, but to address, I guess they're not liking what he's telling them. So.
Well, you mean they don't like my rights? Your department and places like this keep going down this path of hindering the law-abiding, doing nothing to stop the actual possible issues, and then whining when the law-abiding get upset about it.
When I got here, you were over by the pole.
And I've been recording, look,
10,
I've been
15
recording
behind the signs.
the whole time, body cam and hand cam. So, I mean, just to make sure that they couldn't try to claim some ridiculousness, I don't put it past some of these people. I don't put it past some of the officers in your department either. But I don't put it past some of these people to be like, oh, we saw him, he was in our parking lot and doing jumping jacks. And I mean, I don't put it past them. You guys can lie to us anytime you want. It's been upheld. I believe it's Fraser v. Cup. And the thing about that is then it diminishes our ability to trust you. My thing is this. You guys want respect. Respect is earned. You don't just get given respect because you throw it. It doesn't matter. You're not a hero, and I don't mean to be a dick, but you're not a hero just because you throw on that uniform and a badge. You're a hero by what you do. Look, there's always going to be people that hate you. There's always going to be people that love you. I walk down the center of the road. Good. Commend the good, condemn the bad. That's my approach. I have to take the approach from my side. And my side of the blue line is, if people don't get up and stand up and start coming out, some of you guys who are bad are going to keep being able to be bad. And you know, there's good cops and bad cops, but again, that comes down to the definition. And you probably don't want to hear this, but here's the thing. If you got 5 cops standing in a circle and one of them's bad, but none of the other fucking 4 stand up to claim that he's bad, they're just as culpable, man.
Accountability.
That's what I'm out here for.
A few officers will tarnish a whole department.
Someone has to come out for the people who are unwilling or unable to stand up for themselves and say, hey, you know what, they're pushing, we need to push back some.
And I agree with you, and I think that what you're doing is new to Henderson. Obviously not bad, but it's new.
It might be bad to some people, I guess.
Educating officers and educating them on people's rights and what people can and can't do and what officers can and can't do, it's a learning process. I don't know how it was on third shift before I got here. I came at the very end of October.
Right.
Very end of September, I'm sorry, beginning of October. And I'm in charge of third shift right now. And I have absolutely no problem with my guys defending the public and standing up for what's right. Sitting and conversating with you, talking to you, I have no problems with any of that.
What was he telling them? I have to.
You were out here on this side of the sign, and they said that they wanted you arrested, and I said, for what?
Because you do realize that there's so many laws on the book, and they're so muddled in wording that if you're not an attorney, you almost have an impossible time comprehending the meaning.
Oh yeah, a lot of it's gray.
Right. So if I had been violating the law, and this is where I have a problem. You guys wouldn't come out here and be like, you're going to have to move back. You'd come out here and be like, you're under arrest. That's
some would. Some would.
So yeah, we just have those 2 officers out of 60, but we have a department that's accepted no responsibility for it and hasn't even admitted that they could have possibly done anything wrong. So that to me means it's not just those officers, it's your department.
And I think that's a process too. I think that with some of the new command staff that we have, I think that process is hopefully on the mend as well.
But those people above you that should be doing something aren't.
And that's where it's my job to try to get to those positions where I can make a difference.
And I hope you do. But here, you know, a lot of times people say, I'm going to change something from the inside, and they get into it. You know what happens? There's so much pressure, they fall right in step with everybody else. And I don't know who investigated Meredith, but they came back and found that he had done nothing wrong. Absolutely perfect. Shining his light in my camera was okay. Lying to me about why he did it was okay. Going back and laughing about it with his Lieutenant Layman was okay. Purposely antagonizing a citizen and admitting to it on audio, that's okay in your department. That's what your department told me when they sent me a letter saying, after thorough investigation, thorough my ass. And this is what happens when you guys investigate yourself. You cannot have people who have authority, as you have, investigating yourself. Because when you do, you're investigating your friends, your coworkers, your fellow badge wearers, people behind your badge, people that may have to back you up in an emergency, people you may have to back up in an emergency.
I preach accountability to my guys.
Right. Well,
you have to be accountable to each other, you have to be accountable to yourself, you have to be accountable to the public. Negative, there'll be no charges, you can come out. Negative, there'll be no charges, you can come out. Negative, there'll be no charges, you can come out.
People who have authority get into the mindset of, we don't like it when other people have rights. Those people are chomping at the bit to try to have me charged for something. That to me is the biggest indicator of a very deep-seated issue in this country. Because the people who have the authority, man, as soon as they realize that they don't have all the authority they thought, or that you have rights as a private citizen, boy, they are like, oh, can you arrest them? Can you charge them? Your badge is supposed to work for me until such time as I have violated a law that allows your badge to act against me. Most of the people who don't get it, they think that badge gives them carte blanche to do whatever the fuck they want, and that they no longer work for the citizen.
They're a little freaked out. He'd called the police, the state police, and state police transferred it here.
Even though I'm abiding by their ridiculous signs, which only...
That's what I told him. I said, he knows what he can and can't do. So that's why they're like, see if he's got a gun. I'm like,
I do.
If he does, I'm sure he's not past the point, whatever.
It's just a matter of the ostrich syndrome. Head in the sand. If they don't see it, they're not scared. You know what that sign's protecting them from? Law-abiding citizens who would abide by that sign.
I've dealt with you plenty of times. I know you're not a threat.
And these guys are now leaving. Looks like we're all done here. Wait till he leaves. He's sitting there. Let's see if he's sitting there waiting on me. Got one coming out to smoke. I think he was out here to smoke a while ago. Well, looks like we're all done here. I guess I can go home now.